Hey guys, welcome back. I am here with my Sephora VIB recommendations. This is the kind of video that I love to watch. I love to see what people love and what they recommend. And I'm so happy to be doing my own video. Let me just pull up the dates. Now, Sephora never have sales. Let's be real. So twice a year, they'll do they'll have like a discount, a 20 or 15% discount. I would love for them to go up like to a 25% discount. All Sephora do is take your coins in no sale. So when the sale comes around, people get excited or whatever. And for me, let's face it, I shop Sephora all year round, but I do love the sale as well. And when I shop the sale, I like to shop, maybe I'll restock on products that I love. I'll try out a product maybe I was thinking of trying, and then maybe I'll get something really expensive that I wouldn't ordinarily purchase. So for the Rouge, it's 20% off. It starts April 26th, ends on May 6th. For VIB, it's 15% off, starts May 2nd to May 6th. And for Insider, it's 10% off, and it's May 2nd to May 6th. Now, I tried to do complexion and face and eyes and lips, so let's get into it. And first, I want to start off with skincare. For the last few years, I've been very intense with my skincare. Even before I started my channel, I just want great skin. Who doesn't want great skin, right? So I love Ole Henrikson. The only thing I didn't like from him was that the dark spot remover toner, but I love his truth serum. I've gone through so many of these because I use it twice a day. Could be a little pricey. It's like $40 something for 30 mils. I think there's a larger one for $70 something. So this might be a good time to try out like something from his brand. And this contains a lot of vitamin C, which is very good for your skin. I think it's very good at getting rid of like fine lines, because I used to have like a fine line right up here. I hated it. I was thinking, do I need Botox to get rid of this? And I know it's because of this serum. It's amazing. I put it on, and then after like 2 or 3 minutes, I go in with moisturizer, and I love the Sea Rush from him as well. It smells amazing. I need to repurchase soon. I've repurchased it several times as well. It just gives your skin such a beautiful moisturizing feeling. It's really great for your skin as well. Just totally and absolutely love this. Now I added another one of his products to my routine. As of late, I just purchased a brand new one, and this is the Banana Bright primer. It comes with a pump, and I've been using this along with my strobe cream from MAC. This is what it looks like. It just gives such a beautiful base for makeup. Smells amazing. It plays very nicely with foundation and concealer and stuff like that. This plays very nicely with foundation and concealer as well, because a lot of times you'll put like maybe a moisturizer on or a primer on, and then you put your foundation on, and it gets that little roll-up effect. None of these things do it. Now, is this primer going to minimize pores and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't use it for that. I don't really have large pores. I usually use it for that nice glowy effect that it gives, but it's absolutely beautiful. Now, continuing on with complexion products, I want to recommend a foundation. Like if you're in the market for a really nice foundation, there's so much foundation on the market now. It's like so overly saturated. We don't mind. We love it. Me, I love complexion products. But I'm going to recommend the new Natasha Denona Foundation X Plus. I think this is a fantastic foundation. I think it's going to wear well during the summer as well. I think you just need to powder it. This gives a flawless finish. Feels very light on the skin. It looks amazing on the skin. It gives a nice, youthful, I don't know what voodoo, what's in here. But it just, I think it plumps up your skin. Your skin looks younger. It's such a healthy, beautiful looking foundation all the way around. I have it in the shade I think I have 18 WY or YW. This is a very good foundation. If you've never really tried something from Natasha Denona, you can go ahead and try the foundation. Keeping in tune with complexion products, of course, I'm going to recommend a concealer. I mean, if you wear foundation and you most likely wear concealer, who doesn't love a good concealer? And my holy grail concealer is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Now, for years, my holy grail was my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I still love that concealer. I haven't really reached for it. But this concealer right here is just so fantastic. It's so, look how much you get. I think this is, how many mils? I can't remember how many mils. And I know I'm blind and probably not going to see it. I think you get a good, I think you get like 15 mils or something crazy in this concealer. It's so good. I have the shades Mocha, Maple, Chestnut, and Warm Sand because I just couldn't find my right shade without mixing. I thought it was Mocha. I hauled Mocha in my haul video. It's not Mocha. Mocha was a little too neutral. So I've been adding Chestnut in there, but this is a fantastic concealer. It doesn't crease. It's full coverage. If you love a full coverage, it's so creamy, it's so pigmented. This is just, I love this concealer so much. Next complexion product I want to talk about is this Cover FX Custom Drops. This is not new. This has been on the market for a while. It's been repackaged and I think they added more shades to it. I have it in the shade G Deep 2. This is my perfect match. And the reason I didn't go too dark or too light is because I knew specifically what I wanted to use it for. And like my darker foundations that are a little too red, I put 2 drops of this in 2 pumps of that and it works out beautifully. And it just makes the color perfect for me. For example, my Tarte Face Tape foundation, I love that foundation, but it's a little too dark and a little too red, and just mixing this in gives it the perfect shade for me. And then for my lighter concealer, which for example, my Elsie foundation that I love so much, I'll put 2 drops in this and it would make it not as light. So I love this. This is about my 2nd or 3rd bottle. This is so good. I think the old package was black and it had like a silver, but this is like really, really nice. And a lot of people don't really talk about it anymore, but I think it's so good. And what's great about it, it doesn't change the consistency of the foundation. It just changes the color to match your complexion. Lastly, for complexion, well, liquid complexion products. If you've never tried Charlotte Tilbury and you want to try her line, I think you should try this Flawless Filt'r. This is not a foundation. It's not a CC cream or anything like that. It's just like an illuminator, but it's absolutely beautiful. And now that the summer is coming and spring is in the air and the weather is nice, I think if you have like really good skin, you can totally use this. It comes in 7 shades and I have it in the shade 7. And this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. And I like to use it under foundation just to give it that nice, radiant, bronzy look. Or sometimes I'll just put it on the high points of my face. I'll put it here, or I'll put it like up here and maybe like the tip of my nose. But it's so good. It's so lightweight. It looks amazing on your skin, especially like when you step out into the sunlight. It's like really, really, really beautiful. Now, I'm going to talk about a few powder products. And you know I'm going to recommend the Fenty Pro Filter powders. These have become like my favorite powders. I've been using them so much. I have it in the shade. These are in the shades Hazelnut and Honey. Honey for under eye, Hazelnut for all over. What I love about these powders is it does not look like powder. I'm wearing both of them today. It doesn't look cakey. Excuse me. It makes your makeup last longer. I think I put it right here. I don't really get a lot of creasing in my laugh lines or anything like that. It does have a scent, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like that Huda Beauty powder that's just so pungent. To me, this has like a nice candy-ish vanilla kind of scent, and to me, it's mild. But if you don't like scents, maybe it will bother you. But if you're in the market for a powder, definitely check those out. The packaging is amazing as well. And you know, I've always talked about this powder and there cannot be a recommendation from me without this powder, and it's the Laura Mercier. This is her translucent glow powder. I have it in the shade medium deep, and I just absolutely love this powder for everyday wear. And there's so many ways you can wear this. You can just use it as a highlighter. You can put it on your brow, whatever you, on your lids, whatever you want to do. But the way I use it, I like to take a huge fluffy brush, swirl it around in there, and just swirl it around on my face. It just lifts my face. It just gives my face a beautiful glow to it. I mean, I'm not going to go in with a beauty blender and go like that. I just like to dust it. Gives a nice, soft, luminous glow. I think this is so nice and so pretty. You just need a little bit, and it's going to last you forever. So if you don't have this powder, shame on you. If you don't have this powder, the sale is around. If you're a Rouge, 20% off. I think you should pick this powder up. And this is a brand new product, but it's already going in my recommendations, and it's the Fenty Sun Stalk'r bronzer. I have them in the shades Mocha Mommy and Coconutty. I'm very partial to Coconutty. And as you can see, it's gotten a lot of love already. I'm wearing it today. I bronzed up with it, and I've been going around my face with bronzer now. Who knew? And this is so beautiful. So easy to work with. I love the color on my NC50 skin tone. I'm also 410 in the Fenty foundation. Love this, love this, love this. Summer is coming up. Everybody wants that nice bronze glow. Definitely recommend this. Now, I'm going to recommend a face palette. And I had a few to choose from, but I think you guys know which one I'm going to recommend. And it's the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow Palette. I've spoken about this so much. This also has gotten a lot of love from me. This is what it looks like. Has 4 shades, 2 creams, 2 powders. And if you're intimidated with cream, there's also powders in there. Unlike the new Nars Super Orgasm, the Nars, well, whatever orgasm palette it is. I do like that palette a lot. I reviewed it here on my channel, but that's all cream. But with this, you get the 2 powder shades, and they're very wearable. It's so pretty. Have a beautiful peachy gold undertone. This is such a beautiful, versatile palette. I think it'll look great on all skin tones. It just depends on how much you put on. So I think this would be a great time during the sale to try out this palette if you haven't tried it already. So next I want to talk about a couple highlighters, because if you're a makeup lover, I'm pretty sure you love highlighters. And I'm going to recommend 2. And the first one is this Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is her powder highlighter, and it's in the shade So Hollywood. She has a pressed version, which was limited edition. I'm not sure if this is limited edition, but this is what it looks like. But it just is so beautiful. And what I love about it, it's not, let me just swatch it here on my hand. I think this is such a beautiful highlighting powder. And what I love about it is it's not glittery, it's not chunky, it's very smooth, and it's like very soft and like buttery. So when you put it on your cheekbones, it just melts into your skin. She did a fantastic job with this powder. I love this so much. It's really good. And the second highlighter that I want to recommend is the Marc Jacobs, the Omega Glaze. This is like one of my favorite highlighters of all time. Has a beautiful peachy gold undertone. I've spoken about this on my channel several times. You get so much product in this, and this would be a good time to purchase this because this is supposed to be limited edition. And like I always say, sometimes stuff is limited edition, but it sits and sits for a while. I still see it online. I don't really see it in store anymore, but I do still see it online. So now may be a good time to grab it before it's completely out of store. And speaking of Marc Jacobs, I want to recommend his sequin, one of his sequin eye products. These are like, it's called Sequins, and I have it in the shade Paparazzi. These are absolutely stunning. I have a couple other shades, but this is my favorite shade, Paparazzi. Give it a little swatch. I've worn it there. I've worn it on my channel already. I've spoken about it. It's so beautiful. How pretty is that shade? It's absolutely stunning. Every time I wear this, people always ask me what is on my lids. It's so pretty. And when you feel it, the texture is like butter. I mean, you see the little sparkles and shimmer, but you can't really feel it. It's not heavy. This is so good. The formula of this is so, so amazing, guys. Love this. All right, so I'm now going to recommend some lip products. And no, let me stay with the eyes. And I have one palette I'm recommending. And this is an expensive palette. I think you know what I'm talking about. This is the Natasha Denona Biba palette. I've talked about this on my channel a lot lately. But this is $129. So this would be the perfect time to purchase this. You can get 20% off or 15 or 10% off. Why I recommend this palette out of all of her palettes, I think you can get the most use out of this one because it literally is an everyday palette. You can literally wear it every day to whatever occasion, whatever you're doing. You can use these colors. If you're my complexion, like I have learned, use concealer for your base instead of maybe something else that doesn't really have color, and the colors will really pop. The colors are nice and soft and buttery. And if you've never tried any of her eyeshadows, because I know people rave about them, I do rave about them myself, this would be the perfect time to try it. I think this palette would be the perfect palette to try. Okay, so my recommendations for the lip. I want to recommend the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. If you've never tried her formula, this also would be a great time to try her formula. I have two of them here. I have Hepburn Honey. I usually pair this with a brown lip liner. This is what the shade looks like. I think it's such a beautiful nude. And then I also have, and the formula is so luxurious and so buttery and so soft and creamy. And then I have Birkin Brown, which is like a nice red tone brown. This is what that looks like. It's very, very flattering on, especially I think deeper skin tones. Her lipsticks are so amazing. So if you've never tried her lipsticks, this would be a great time to try her lipsticks. And then I want to recommend two glosses. Me personally, I love glosses. And this is, of course, if you like glosses. And especially now, the weather is changing. I think a gloss just gives your lips a nice, sexy pout. And I absolutely love the Nars glosses. These are like probably my favorite formula of glosses that are out right now. These are in the shade. This is Cape Town. This is, I don't remember the name of this one, but it's fantastic. This is At First Sight. I'm just going to swatch Cape Town so you can get an idea. And I love to put it like in the center of my lip over like a nude lipstick. This is the shade Cape Town. Amazing. And it just makes your lips so pouty and scrumptious and kissable. It's so beautiful. So if you haven't tried this formula, this would be a great time, I think, to try this formula. Also, I would love to recommend the Smashbox Always On lipsticks, especially their nude series. They have like this nude brown series. I have this in the shade Slay Tan. The formula of these are so beautiful. The colors are amazing. I've worn this on my channel several times. I've spoken about it. So if you ever at like the Nars gondola, stop by and take a look at and swatch these liquid lipsticks. They're really, really beautiful. They're very comfortable on the lips. And lastly, for the lips, I recommend, and I've spoke about this, I think a few times before on my channel, this Jouer lip balm. This is so good. It's under $20. This is like my third tube of this. And I love to use this maybe before I put lipstick on if I'm getting ready to put my makeup on. Sometimes I put it on like before I go to bed, and you wake up with nice soft lips. It blurs the lines in your lips. It's so good. It's so moisturizing. I'm going to keep repurchasing this. I absolutely love this. And lastly, for my recommendation, I'm recommending these Shiseido pads. I've spoken about this several times on my channel. I'm never without these. And now the sale is coming up. These are under 20 bucks. You can stock up. I'm going to stock up on these for the sale. They're so good. I love the feel of them. They're nice and soft. They get makeup off, eye makeup off very well. They don't tug and pull like some of the cotton rounds from CVS. They feel very luxurious and soft on your skin. These are fantastic. If you've never tried this, I think you should try it, and I think you'll love it, and just stock up on it. I usually stock up every time there's a sale. I'm going to pick up like 4 or 5 packs. Anyway, guys, that's the end of my recommendations. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe when you do your shopping, if you're shopping the VIB sale, that maybe you check out one of these things that I talk about. Now, I just have one rule, my rule, when you're doing your shopping, especially if you're going in store. Make your list of what you're going to get. Go to that gondola, whatever, and just pick up your purchase, go to the counter and get out. Do not, I repeat, do not go swatching around the store, because you're going to spend so much money. The 20% off or 15% off or 10% off would not matter, because you would overdo it. Get what you want and get the hell out. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun shopping, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.